My first day of climbing class, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had long acrylic nails, ripped skinny jeans, and Converse shoes. I put on a harness I was handed, grabbed some climbing shoes from the front desk, and tied a rope to myself. I was unable to pull myself more than 2 feet up the wall. As I sat on the wall sweating, panting, and beet red from embarrassment, I realized that I was unprepared. When I went home that evening, I clipped my nails short, I bought myself a pair of comfortable climbing shoes, and I researched proper climbing equipment. The importance of proper climbing equipment is crucial for any climber. This includes clothing and attire, harness, shoes, and helmet. All other equipment should be provided by a more experienced climber. In an article on refinery29.com posted July 10, 2018 by Sarah Coughlin quotes, "Despite its obvious spidey connections, climbing is pretty beginner friendly as long as you take the time to get prepared." Making sure you're dressed correctly is a good first step. Appropriate clothing and attire is a must for any climber. When getting ready, wear clothing that is comfortable and easy to move in to help bend and maneuver without any restriction. If you are unable to move freely and you have restricting clothing, then you will not be able to climb as easily or even at all. Also, having long nails hinders your ability to grasp the holds as easily. Keeping your nails at an active length reassures that there is no resistance as you're trying to grasp the holds. Too long and you cannot grasp them correctly, and you are stuck relying on the strength of your nails opposed to the strength of your fingers. Having too long nails runs the risk of falling, however, this is where a proper harness comes in. If you plan to climb more than a few feet off the ground, you must choose a harness. Choosing a harness, you must find one that fits properly. It must go through both legs separately and around your waist. Most local climb gyms have ones that are able to be rented out. However, if you choose to buy one, they have a beginner's one that's kind of a one-size-fits-all. Aside from the harness, shoes are the most important thing you will need. Local gyms also rent out shoes, however, these run the risk of not being comfortable or not fitting perfectly. Whether you are bouldering, which is climbing less than 15 feet without a rope or a harness, climbing inside or outdoors, the first thing you need is a good pair of shoes. These must fit like a second pair of socks, or if you opt to wear them without socks, which a lot of climbers do, then they should fit like a pair of socks. There should be no room to move your toes around, however, but they should not be so cramped in there that you are uncomfortable. You do not need shoes with a large arch, a lot of rubber, or an elaborate design. What you need is something to keep your feet happy while you are climbing. Keeping your feet happy makes for a much more enjoyable time whether you're climbing indoors or outside on rocks. If you plan to climb outside, the next thing you will need is a helmet. Rocks and debris are at risk to fall at any given time, and if you are climbing without a helmet, you are at risk for being struck by one of these objects, which is also dangerous because it could render you unconscious or unable to climb down by yourself or continue your climb. Any other equipment should be provided by an experienced climber. This includes a rope, a gree-gree, which is a device that helps lower you to the ground when you're finished climbing, a carabiner, which is a clip that goes onto your harness and the rope to help you safely climb up the mountain. Climbing can be a rewarding hobby for anyone if you're given the right equipment suited for your body. Climbing is not for any one sort of person. It does not matter your age, ethnicity, gender, or body type. All that matters is that you have the appropriate climbing gear for your suited body. Most important things to have are appropriate harnesses, comfortable climbing shoes, and appropriate attire. The last thing I want to end with is a quote from The Push, published May 16, 2017 by Tommy Caldwell. "I feel a hint of pity for those who don't get to experience the crisp air and excitement of mountain climbing. Are they ever really awake?" And this is my audience.